I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm an internet lurker. Right after I read the latest news, I always go to the comment section. I find it informative to see what people really think about the latest happenings. The recent killings in Louisiana and Dallas have opened my eyes to what some people really think about the Black Lives Matter and black people in general. Based on what I've read from the comments, many people consider the Black Lives Matter group as a terrorist group filled with blacks who hate white people and who want to see white people dead. They also consider it to be a thug, you know, the newest socially acceptable way to refer to black youth, organization. After the murder of an unarmed black man in the hands of police, some participants in the comment section justify the killing of the victim by locating a criminal past that has nothing to do with the deadly police altercation. Even if it means they have to discuss old parking tickets as a way to suggest that killing this black person was a great way of ridding society of a menace who was just waiting to do a bigger crime. And in other words, there is the suggestion that the police have done their job to protect society from a great evil waiting to strike. While watching the movie, I could not help but make the connection between complaints about the Black Lives Matter movement and the recent killings of black men in the news. There were lovable, beautiful animals that centered the plot. All the animals in the movie would ultimately work towards helping two dogs, Max and Duke, learn how to live peacefully in their owner's apartment together. One of the central adorable animals was a rabbit called Snowball. The rabbit was complex. It was cute and furry on the outside with cute little rabbit feet and chubby cheeks. Its buck teeth were even adorable, pristinely white with even a few missing teeth in the back, just like my growing kids. It had blue eyes too, the personification of whiteness that often happens to cartoon characters from Disney to the Chipmunks. However, this seemingly adorable, docile, white rabbit was not white at all. In fact, it was black in voice, the voice of Kevin Hart. Culture, it and its crew preferred hip-hop music and spoken slang, and dark indeed, encompassing all of the ugly stereotypes that unfortunately follow black men throughout the media. As I listened to Snowball's initial ramble in the film about his hatred of humans, my smile turned to a frown. My arms folded. I could see one of my daughters lose her glee too. Snowball was a combination of the oldest stereotypes about black men. He was both a coon, an incompetent, good-for-nothing black, only around for a laugh, and he was also Nat, taken from Nat Turner, a crazed black so angry at the world that he's ready and enjoys the kill. You see, Snowball hated white people. As the writers allegorically put it, it hated humans. It enjoyed the idea of pets killing people whom they had felt abandoned and mistreated them. Unlike the other privileged and domesticated animals who live in the comforts of white middle-class society, Snowball and the gang of other abandoned pets live in the sewer or the underground of society. They were forced to fend for themselves in a world that has mistreated them. Humans hunt them because they do not have their papers, I mean animal tags. Ironically, deadly creatures like snakes, alligators, and tarantulas depend on Snowball for leadership, and they fear this little rabbit. Snowball's crew was nasty and irrational, and a violent one. They cared more about the death of a venomous snake than they did about the lives of humans. Just as Max accidentally kills the big bad snake in the movie, so too do police kill the big bad black threat. I felt like a 5-year-old holding on to Hulk Hogan, recounted Darren Wilson, the former officer who murdered Michael Brown. Wilson was 6'4". Brown was 6'3". Blacks in our history have always been treated as non-human, property or beast with superhuman strength. But here's a question. If black people were really animals, would the greater society care more about us? Would they stage protest and have an outcry about our abuse like they did when the gorilla was killed at the zoo? Or the lion on the safari? Mission accomplished, creators of The Secret Life of Pets. You have a multiple way for children to understand racist viewpoints about black men and the Black Lives Matter movement. You have reinforced the same tired stereotypes so that children will continue to see black men as a threat. You are reminding non-black children to be careful. Sure, black men may seem an innocent part of the U.S. fabric as the majority population. They are adorable like Snowball. Even a 2011 article in Psychology Today finds that black men are the most attractive men on the planet. Black men also seem to support the majority American values. Black men are free to entertain people in sports, music, and comedy. However, underneath every seemingly innocent black man, there's a killer inside who must be feared. And if this perceived innocent black man should accidentally die, like the snake in the movie, most people should be relieved that there is one less menace to society in the streets. Many people in the comment forum still question why members of Black Lives Matter would even care about the killing of a black man who has been a criminal, or really who has been criminalized and dehumanized by the media. The thing that offended me the most in the movie, that received the most laughs by the parent, was after Snowball was knocked unconscious and he regains his wits and says, "That raccoon is not the president." It's sad to see that the creators and deliverers of a movie find it acceptable to call our president a coon. And it's 2016. It was sad to witness white parents getting the best chuckle out of the blatant disrespect of our nation's leader. Depictions and actions of Snowball weren't all bad. The movie audience is left with hope for Snowball and his attitude and desire to kill humans. In fact, it does change once he finds love, affection, and a home with a white girl. The end of the movie leaves this hardened bunny soft, cuddly, and lovable once again.